What's up, everybody? How we doing? Here we are on a beautiful Tuesday. One of few left going into the winter season, so take advantage of it. No doubt. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. All right, let's kick in with events. All right, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, we have Witchcraft in Hamilton, New Jersey, off Route 206. Always a good time. Weather looks good. So we have that going on. A bunch of political stuff as well. Let's see here. October 26th, Ventnor's having something at Ski Beach for Halloween. Everything else is offshore. Here you go. The Noise Garage across from Angelo's Fairmont Tavern, December 6th, making a gingerbread village. The Ducktown CDC, Friday, October 4th, they're doing tree planting from 9 till noon. The 25th, they're doing a cleanup and a party from 8:30 till 3 p.m. The party's at O'Donnell Park. And Friday, November 1st, they're doing a Day of the Dead at the Arch Garage. So that's with the Ducktown CDC. And what else we got? All right. Also, too, due to tomorrow's weather, the bartenders invitational that's held at the Linwood Country Club is postponed until the 29th of October. Okay, 29 October is the new date set for the bartenders invitational. And let's not forget Vagabonds tournament the week before on the 22nd if you have not signed up yet. All right. And what else? What else we got? Here's something funny. Atlantic County Democrats uncover voter intimidation tactics in Atlantic City. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me with that one right now? So if you want to read that story, just go to the Atlantic County Democrats or Atlantic City Democrats page and they will explain to you, because that was where it started. They will uncover and reveal what to look out for intimidation tactics. The irony. The irony. Wow. What else we got? That's about it for that. Let's get into it. Road paving, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know when they're going to start Atlantic Avenue, but I'm going to guess because we are in a betting city. Atlantic Avenue between Florida and Georgia is going to be the absolute last spot that's going to get paved. I apologize, but obviously everywhere else is getting done, but the main thoroughfare that puts food on the table, prevents a leaky roof for all these families and tourists. I guess it's priorities in the concerning voting districts first, that the mayor takes care of his areas to assure people remember, look at what I did for you. Which, by the way, he had nothing to do with any of this. But, as we all know, my man likes to take credit. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. 4 things. 2 are going to make people upset, but we all know I don't care. So, first and foremost, pick a side. I only know this because I have friends in the Atlantic City Police Department. I have friends in the Atlantic City Fire Department. Never employed, always a supporter of the working men and women, some of the white shirts as well, but there's also political opportunists that, do what they do. My question is with this here, pick a side. Just the other day, there was a picture on the mayor's Facebook page. And as we all know, Marty is a Democrat. Marty came out in support of Mickey Sherrill, which he did in the kitchen of a restaurant in Atlantic City. And as I put up the other day, it looked like, when did we do that? It looked like they were just doing it in the bathroom after someone had a bad case of diarrhea 4 days ago. Okay, ladies in the kitchen of a restaurant, and you can tell if you go back 4 days in the history on this page. And I find it embarrassing. I find it a lot of things. I mean, does this place not have a dining room or a vestibule of sorts? They're in the kitchen, and he's throwing his support. She's yet to throw her support to him, but he's definitely did that. But yet, the other day on my guy's page, he has a picture of him, his missus, 2 Atlantic City police officers, and a fireman. Each one is the union rep for both sides of the fence. So, yeah, they're going to bow down and do what they got to do. At the same token, this is, again, the concern of many of the people that pay into the unions, which, I don't know. I never was in a union, but, sometimes I believe from listening to stories, you're giving money to someone of your own hard-earned dollar to burn and waste on something that you don't believe in. And that to me seems unfair, especially this year in this political stage, because from the beginning, Jack Ciattarelli has been the underdog. Last year and this year for the most part. Now it's a neck-to-neck race because people are starting to realize and see it's not always about the sides of politics you believe in. I get the bigger stage, people are upset. I get it. But let's dummy it down. I've heard a lot of people saying, whether it's for the governor or for this town in particular, the mayor, we don't like our candidate, but we're not going to give our vote. Which I don't understand. You are that hard up that the person representing you is no good, and you won't throw your support behind the other person, which I don't understand. You want to get behind someone that's going to help you. And what I don't get is, if Jack Ciattarelli wins, are you going to ride his coattails and this, that, and the third, whatever, or the first minor mistake, crucify him? Because our current governor is crucifying us across the board with these windmill projects, the energy crisis we have. I mean, we all feel it at the pump. We all feel it when we see our Atlantic electric bill. It's not working. But back to my story. So you have both PBA and fire union representatives at Vic and Anthony's with the mayor, the superintendent, and someone who was looking for a free meal. Your leader is indicted on charges that you're supposed to police behind, arrest criminals for harming other people, yet you break bread and share and pay for a steak for these two individuals that make far more than the three of you. And you throw your weight behind them. But yet today you have the audacity to set up a meeting with someone who could quite possibly win the governor election to hedge your bet. That to me is not fair. That, and to many people, not right. You're supposed to stand behind your representative and or your team that you support. Kind of like baseball. You know, National American League, okay? Now, football, whatever. You can't sit there and locally say, hey, Marty, we got your back, and then statewide say, Jack, we got your back. And if you win, what do you plan on doing with the fire department and police department? My man, if you're not supporting his team, you shouldn't be having a meeting. And just so we're clear, to my knowledge, if Jack wins, there's going to be major changes on how, I can't speak on the fire department side, but I know in the police aspect of it, there's going to be some major changes. Major. So, going forward to these young guys, you might want to rethink who you have representing you that doesn't play games with your money and gambles with your money, because you're never going to see it again. You're never going to enjoy it. So be wiser going forward. Let's talk about the teacher in Hamilton Township, okay? How do we have someone in the school zone, school system that got pinched for sexually touching a child, okay, and then is in jail, okay, in Ocean County? But yet we have our mayor and, hold on a second here. We have our mayor and superintendent who are on vacation. Okay? They're on vacation right now. Where is this at? Where is he? There he is. Okay, ex-Hamilton educator accused, okay, in sexual assaults of children faces new charges. That was today from Linda Cohen. Now, reading other articles from Linda and Harry, our mayor and superintendent are accused of beating their own child. How were they still employed How were they still roaming the streets? How were they even on vacation? What is the. I don't understand. He is in the Atlantic County Justice Facilities, okay, for assaulting 3 girls in 3 separate years. We have a parental situation here that was trying to be hidden by the principal, covered up, whatever. Parents clearly abused their daughter a few times, tried to smother the evidence, didn't work out. Thankfully, we have a great prosecutor's office. And they're out walking the streets with our tax dollars. They're all getting paid. Any other job, this is the only case of its kind. I've gone back. Not one person ever accused, whether they're a teacher, a politician, a cop, or a fireman. The second you get charged with something, you're out. But yet, our dumbass school board, who has no balls, has a weak leader, so I hope he gets locked up because he took an oath to protect and serve, Mr. Steele. Okay? Hasn't suspended Laquetta without pay. Hasn't suspended Constance without pay, just suspended. And then our weak, inept, 5-person stupid council doesn't have the balls to do their job and suspend the mayor. Every other town, country in America, county, city, town, whatever, has done this, except Atlantic City. Horrible. Anyway. 3. Let's talk about clean and safe. More on the safe side. To my knowledge, we are 100 police officers short of where we should be as far as manpower, which tells me no one's fighting to get more people, or if they are, they're not fighting hard enough. Our current staff is way overworked. In the past 4 days, whoever's working the night shift has been way overworked with the situations you've been put in. And thank you for what you've done and what you've deterred. But my rare problem is top brass, and it's starting to show because AC's as quiet as it's been in 33 years being here. So, what does that tell you? It's like a business. Whoever's at the head is not doing their job. Obviously, Jim Sarkos is not doing his job. 9 to 5, Monday to Thursday. Photo opera. He's almost just as bad as Marty is with the cameras. Horrible. And last but not least, for my Summers Point people, we're going to talk about a Sean McGuigan. Sean McGuigan is a sitting councilman in the city of Summers Point. And hold on a second here. And we're going to get into Shawnee Boy because Sean is a real jerk off. And I want to tell everybody why in a second. Let's find this guy here. Alright. We're going to find Sean here. Where is There's Goofy. All right. So it's funny because Sean McGuigan was a friend on Facebook and has now blocked me. So, and I will explain why Sean McGuigan, in my eyes, is not a very good councilman going forward. So, as some people may or may not know, Sean McGuigan tried his hardest to muscle myself and a company I'm looking to work with out of doing a business in Summers Point. As most of you in Summers Point know, it's a billboard, and we are close to probably having it getting passed. Naturally, because of the laws that were established when this country was being created. So, Shawnee Boy here, Mr. Pennsylvania tough guy in Summers Point 20 years, thinks he can walk around like a tough guy, has made a lot of enemies and has pissed off a lot of people because of how he feels. And in a meeting I had with him and another gentleman who was a retired councilman, Sean kept on expressing how he did not like our business plan and how it looked in the city of Summers Point. He, not we, not us, he, a schmuck councilman that sits on the Summers Point board over there, who somehow is like the puppet master to a lot of other people in council. And if you watch the meetings, you can tell who is up Sean's ass and who isn't up Sean's ass. But at the end, even more recent, with this whole Airbnb stuff, those who are smart will know this got too close to his personal home. So he did these cockamamie rules after people spent some money on the Airbnbs, not giving them a fair shake or even having any dialogue. He just didn't want it near his home. So he used his political influence, apparently, to knock it down. But that going said, someone told me Sean's walking around Summers Point saying how he beat us, how we will never have a billboard in Summers Point, amongst other things, talking trash. So anyone out there that's friends with Sean McGuigan, or actually, if you're going, actually, let me apologize. Now, I was talking to Levi Fox, who was his opponent, and Levi, very nice gentleman. I think he's a better fit than Sean, because he's not bullying or forcing, or I don't know, whatever Sean tried to accomplish at this meeting. But going forward, I would like to throw my endorsement behind Levi Fox in Summers Point to be our next councilman in that district, because Sean is going to cost the city of Summers Point millions of dollars. Millions. So, next time you see Sean, look him dead in the eyes and ask him, do you really have this court case beat? I'm going to tell you, no. Not at all. Not even close, people. He's got a better chance hitting the pick 3 lottery if I gave him 2 numbers with 8 chances than to successfully, it's not even him, for us to lose this case, but he definitely is going to cost the city of Summers Point a lot of money. because of his own personal vindictive personality that he has. So do some homework in the next month. Look at who Sean talks to. Look at who Sean drinks with. And ask him why. And he cannot say, well, we feel. No. It's what he felt going forward. So we're going to support Levi Fox. We're going to make sure he wins. And we're going to make sure shitbirds like Sean McGuigan get out of office and don't muscle the residents who have been there before he even knew where Summers Point was, coming from Pennsylvania, throwing his weight around. Sean is a shoebie, everybody. He's not a local. Okay? A controlled local, a lunatic local, a selfish local who has no balance in life. So, again, Levi Fox is our guy. I'm not going to mention the guy's name. It's just going to help him going forward. But when you see McSqueaky, ask him, do you really have this thing won? Because I can tell you as a day long, you don't. So, that's our stuff for this week, everybody. Tomorrow we got bad weather. So, do what you got to do tonight. Grab your furniture, strap it down, some high winds, and we'll see you all next Monday. Later.